Dre won the previous HOH and had surpassed you, and there was a lot of, drama in your alliance chat regarding how that HOH played out. So, kind of how were you feeling about that?
I feel that that cycle ended up going well. Um, Mr. Vlin is definitely going through a lot of things. I don't. Let's start with just that cycle. Let me not get into what's going on, currently yet. But so
Okay.
he got into his little, majority alliance because they added him for whatever reason. So Dre has him in their little majority alliance of like, him, Dre, Hunter. How Hunter is in there, God only knows. And then, Swan, Ari, Robin. So, they're little, half the house. Um, I just think it's cringe, because I really wanted that HOH, and then Vlin kind of, I feel like, in a way, sabotaged it. But even if he didn't sabotage it fully, he was hoping for my downfall. So he wasn't really contributing to the winning of the HOH. I wanted that HOH because you just need to come in and, like, if it's a returning season, just go ahead and do what you need to do. Like, as soon as, like, from the jump. Like, don't sit there and, like, oh, I'm like play under the radar until like no, you need to come up there and do what you need to do. It didn't work out that way. So instead, a few of us flipped the vote to keep Clash, which I think went really, really well. Once again, Vlin had issues with that. He was talking about, oh, they're gonna come after me and blah blah, like just generally being scary. But that worked out well as well. He went ahead and did what he needs to do with his vote. Uh, so I think that's all for that cycle. I mean, there was drama because it's just irritating. Like they're talking about you're running this alliance like the Navy. I have to do what I have to do because this is just they are not. I think it's like at the point with our alliance where it's like you have me, I'm the strategic person. You have Walker is gonna be hopefully our social, and Vlin is gonna have to be the comp threat, and that's just what the girls are just gonna have to play their roles because it's at this point where I'm not willing to change because you don't want me winning the competitions, fine, but I damn sure don't feel like being social and talking to some of these people because they're boring. I talk to who I need to talk to this season. Like I just talked to the select few, and yeah. Anyway. So that was cycle one. Fun.
Okay. Interesting. So, you also got in with the auditions that week and got to be discourse player to get immunity. How was that for you?
I mean, I won it, but I feel like it was absolutely wasted. Like, I feel like I really didn't get anything from it. Like, cause like it was fine. Like, I was like, okay, I'll do it anyway, just
Same.
'cause I feel like it was gonna be entertainment. But like the HOH, like literally just like left. I'm like, okay, like
Gag 'em. Okay,
yeah.
well we'll get into cycle two, your little showman's clash one, HOH. Um and you were immune for the cycle, and he puts up Hunter and Robin. How are you kind of feeling with like that cycle as far as like how you had wanted like the vote to go and stuff?
Um, I think ultimately, like, if either one of Len or Walker like really, really put their foot down, I would have been like, okay, like we can do Robin, but my preference wasn't to vote Robin there, just to vote Hunter, just because I don't talk to him at all. It is extremely hard to talk to him. I'm not sure why. Honestly, I feel like it's extremely hard to talk to quite a few people here. I just think a lot of people are very boring. Like they're not giving as far as like entertainment wise, and maybe it's because I've been removed from the org scene for so long. I don't know how to like adjust my personality anymore to fit certain people. But yeah, like I cannot talk to Hunter. So I was like, you know what? At least I can have a conversation with Robin, even though Robin
Mm-hmm.
lies his ass off for whatever reason. It's like Robin, I already know all your tea, and you're still sitting here like lying or like just avoiding saying certain things. So it is what it is. But yeah, the preference would have been to keep Robin, but I don't know. Walker seemed like he kind of might have wanted Robin out, but it didn't matter because we didn't even get to like Nathan using the veto, which I mean I
Right.
feel like he would have because crazy
So,
stuff.
how did you feel about Nathan winning, second veto in a row?
Uh, he immediately like I don't know. Nathan doesn't scare me. I don't know because Nathan comes to me and he doesn't try any of that disrespectful. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do any of that like fuck off and whatever stuff he does with other people. He doesn't do that to me. But I am just like no Nathan, because why do you keep winning these vetoes? You need to leave it alone. But now what we need him to win is an HOH because he'll be in my one on ones like please don't put me up like girl I'm not about to put you up. So it's like as long as you don't put me up you're good. Like so. Yeah, we need him to win an HOH. He's keep
Mhm.
going hard in the paint for these damn vetoes. So we need this HOH, sir.
Okay, so Zeeves gets in for the sponsorship that week, and he's told you guys a bit about that. So, how are you feeling about that power, and how your alliance might use that?
I actually have no clue how it works. Like, I don't know. I think it's like you take somebody. I think it's like basically like a free veto or something. And I think the vetoed person gets to like name the renom. So that's kind of like iconic. But it's like I'm not entirely sure if that's how it works. Whatever. Like, hey, he's gonna use the power for the group. So I'm happy he got it. I honestly
All
have
right,
no clue what
period.
it is.
So obviously, Kathy walks at the top of the cycle. How did you feel like that affected your game, whether it was like good or bad for you?
It was terrible. Like Kathy was like a really good ally for me, and honestly, the Kathy walking followed by the what's his face Clash expulsion or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, I can't even like I can't take it seriously. Like I literally can't. Like it's just so cringe to me. Like what the hell is going on? Like I understand. Like okay, Kathy was one thing, but it's just like damn. Then after that, you have Clash like doing whatever he's doing. Like I don't know. It's given he's saying slurs or something. So I don't know. No, but yeah, Kathy was a like I think she was my ally honestly because I'm like I'm not saying she was probably a couple people's ally, but I think she was like
Hmm.
most invested in me. I'm not entirely sure. Well, I don't know about most invested, but definitely like she would talk to me and she would talk game to me, and so I'm like, oh, she doesn't talk game to Vlen at all. Like when I found that, I was like, oh, okay, so that's interesting. I thought Vlen would be the person she would be most in with, but I really don't know. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, she was my ally, so that is bad for me. And then followed by Clash's expulsion, who was another one who was like not only was Clash like my ally, Clash was just like a person that I was like I just knew. Look, you need to do this. He at the end of the day, if I was like, okay, you need to do this, like okay, he about to do what he need to do. Like so, the expulsion is just giving mess. I don't know. It's beyond
Right.
me.
Um, so then how do you feel like them two leaving like adapted like how you need to play moving forward?
Oh, I need to play moving forward. I need some of these girls that I just don't talk to out. Like these people that I just cannot have a conversation with have to go. Like immediately, like as soon as possible. If I was like gonna be good with this HOH, like this was never, I don't know. If I applied myself more, like maybe I could have won this HOH. But we need Mr. Flynn to go ahead and win. But yeah, it changed my game in which it doesn't change my game. It's the same exact thing. I need these people who I can't talk to go because I can't have a conversation. Like I can't like if I can't even have a conversation with you, you need to go. Like Dre Hunter, I can't do it. Like something has got to give. I can't. And the thing that has to give is them leaving because I can't do it. I can't do it, Jesus. Like, and I'm sorry. I'm not even like, if they were
Mhm.
to win HOH, I couldn't even like go speak to them and be like, please don't put me. I can't. Like, it's just gonna have to be what it's gonna have to be. Walker's gonna have to use his power. We're gonna have to win that veto. Like, I can't talk to them. Like, I can't do it.
Uh,
So, yeah.
okay, well, moving into this cycle, with the auditions back up for grabs, kind of how are you feeling as far as like your tokens and who you want to maybe get a sponsorship or a punishment?
Five. I honestly am tempted to just not even give tokens at all. I'm not sure how much I trust Swan. I trust him to a degree of like I'm in that alliance with him and Leah and Walker, and so to an extent, I'm like I trust you, but at the same time, I mean, I would prefer if Lynn was like, yeah, give me all your tokens, like whatever, like, and so we could just give them to Vlyn. But Vlyn seems to be once again acting cowardly, so he doesn't want tokens. So he'll go for the HOH instead. But I don't know. My preference would be someone else. Honestly, I would even prefer Leah before Swan, but you gotta give to get. So And another thing about it is, I think Swan may be somebody later on who will be easy to put a target on. So it's like, just continue to like let other people kind of do their whole like big social thing and be who they are gonna be and like whatever. And I got my tokens. I did the whole, oh, Hex got 60 tokens or whatever. But we follow that with Walker doing like what, double my score the next week. So I'm just like, I'm not concerned. And then I think we also like, people are really underrating how like Robin both weeks came in second place without, I don't think he's asking people for tokens. Like, I think if people are like, oh, you want me to give you some tokens? He's like, oh, yeah, sure, give me some. But I don't think he's going around specifically like, oh, I want tokens and like, I want to do whatever. Um, anyway, all that being said, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll probably end up putting some on Swan. I probably won't put as much as like I would on like somebody who I'm like super super invested in them getting it. But at the same time, it's like maybe I should just because like I I mean I don't want like somebody like Hunter or something. Oh, so if Nathan wasn't crazy, girl, I would be so down to put tokens on him. I'd be like, yo, let's go ahead and get Nathan this power. Honestly, like low key, like that might be the move to like talk to somebody and be like talk to like Walker and be like, yo, do we want to like get Nathan in there? Like I would not mind Nathan getting it. It's just the fact that he is like he's gonna get it and want to use it immediately for whatever reason. So yeah.
Interesting. And with this HOH, who do you feel like would be like good scenarios for you to win HOH, or and what would be like your worst case scenarios?
Um I think my good scenarios are pretty much Glenn or Walker, or like my best two, obviously. And then maybe like Swan and Leah are under that, and then like Ari. And then like my worst, honestly, Danielle can maybe move up. I think Danielle, like honestly, I feel like nobody talks to her after that whole thing was exposed to her being like telling Clash like my alliance wants you out or something. So I think nobody talks to her now. But obviously, my worst case is like Dre and Hunter winning, and probably maybe even Robin. I don't know. Robin was in that damn Vets Alliance talking about if I win, you guys are not going up. Like, okay, you pathological liar. Like, who knows if we believe that? But like, I don't really know what people's deal is. We know about the low majority alliance. We just need Glenn to win this HOH desperately. Hopefully, he really has been getting these points like he says he's been. Like, we need him to get in that HOH. And then we need him to do what we need him to do. We don't need this damn, I want to put Danielle on the block. I'm not sure where this came from. I'm not sure where this obsession with this woman came from. Like, I'm hoping they wake up one day and the crazy obsession will be gone. But yeah, like, what the hell?
Okay.
What is this?
What's wrong?
What is this in the diary room? Guess.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know.
Y'all don't
What
be
is that?
putting stuff in descriptions if it's not important. What the hell is that? Not the typing. What is that? What is that? Is that their own accent? What is that?
I don't know. Oh, girl, what you talking
You
about?
don't know.
If Glenn were to win the HOH, and so it sounds like you're gonna try really hard for him to push for certain noms.
Yes, he needs to put up Dre and Hunter, like, and that's plain and simple. Like, even if like the fact that okay, so he's in this little majority alliance with like Ari, Robin, Swan, Dre, Hunter, Vlyn. Okay, so Vlyn's in there. He's like, I'm gonna put Hunter up either way, but I want to put Danielle next to him. That doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. So you need to go ahead and put up both Dre and Hunter because if not, like you just going to go ahead and give like the opportunity for Dre to win the veto and just pull him down. So I'm like, honestly, if Lynn has some super tight alliance with Dre or something, he need to go ahead and say that. That's fair. But like this whole like, I I can't do this because I'm turning on this alliance and blah blah. Like you're turning on them anyway, so you need to go ahead and do what you
Mm-hmm.
need to do. Like if you already gonna put up Hunter, like you just go ahead and put up Dre next to him because it's just like, and then if like, and I'm telling him like, okay, if you're concerned, like if you're concerned about like the person like Dre still being in the house and like being able to win comps or whatever, okay, like we'll just figure out a way to vote Dre out, but we don't need to like sit here and like have one off the block and have the other one off and have the opportunity for one to be pulled down. And then he's gonna be like, he's gonna be looking stupid and looking around like, oh, who do I nominate now? It's like, girl, just go ahead and put me up because I'm sick of this shit. Like, I'm not gonna do this with you. Where it's like, who do I not like you? Your option's gonna be what, Nathan or Leah? Because I mean, I don't think he would put me and Walker up. So it's kind of like it's it's
Mm-hmm.
getting to the rate where Glenn gonna be ready to get tokens, and I'm not gonna give them to him because he acting up. So I'm just not really understanding or like trusting. Like I'm just, it's not making sense to me why he's like
Mm-hmm.
unwilling to like just put both up at the same time. And I don't know, maybe he's sleep deprived, and that's the thing. Like let's let him win this little HOH and then see what he says.
So if, sorry, excuse me, if he were to win and he doesn't budge on this topic, what do you think that means for the alliance moving forward?
For us, I'm exactly what Walker just said in our one-on-one. We need to go ahead and replace Vlyn with Nathan because Vlyn, at that point, if he sticks with that little majority alliance, he's playing for like sixth or seventh place. Because there's no way you're sitting there like, oh, but I just don't want this person on the jury. Be serious. You are not like you are not thinking about jury or whatever. Like because like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I just feel like he probably has enough, like he's done enough socializing with people where he shouldn't have to sit here and be like, well, this is somebody I don't want on the jury and blah blah. Like and on top of that, if you're like, oh, this is somebody I don't want, that's one vote. And nobody listens to that lady. Nobody talks to her. So you're not sitting there like thinking she's gonna influence the entire jury. I understand if it was me. If it was me and you're like, oh man, Hex is gonna influence that entire jury. Yeah, I'd understand if you were saying that about me. But you're talking about somebody who nobody in this house talks to. It makes no sense. Like, this is who I want because I think, I don't want her on the jury. It makes no sense when, like, we really need to be concerned about the fact that we have threats to, like, people in our. This is supposed to be our tight three, our, like, final three or whatever. And it's just like it's given he's not playing for like the team, and that's really what we need right now because the issue is that we're not in that. Two of three members of our alliance are not in that majority alliance, and he also another thing is his ass is not up in that alliance talking about oh don't put this person, don't put that, like he doesn't give a fuck. Like if they're like oh we're gonna put, he's gonna be like you guys, bad news, they're gonna put you up, like so it's like he's gonna just create a scenario in which Walker and I have to work 10 times harder down the line if he doesn't do what he needs to do right now, which is like, oh my god, like, but then I'm gonna look back. It's like you can recover, and if they come for you next cycle or something, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna like put Vin on the block now because he betrayed our alliance." Okay, we have a secret power. Okay, we have a shit ton of tokens left where we can like just put all our tokens on you and put you in the thing, or we can put all like we can put all our tokens on somebody. And on top of that, we have fucking Comp Beast Nathan, like who is on our side. Where it's like, I think if one of us three was on the block, Nathan would be like, "Oh, I'm using the veto." It's like, okay, cool, thanks, Nathan. Like, so it's just like this whole thing where he's like he just overly stressed. Even he did this the first round where like we're like, all right, we're flipping the vote to keep Clash, and he's like, well, this alliance is gonna know it's me, and they're just not gonna like me, and they're gonna put me in the audience, so I'll be seeing y'all from the audience. It's like, okay, girl, have fun, have fun. Uh,
Very interesting. Okay. Okay, so I don't think you mentioned like so who do you feel like if they win HOH like you're not feeling good?
wait, what?
Like if they win HOH like you're not gonna be happy about it.
Hunter is number one, and number two is Dre, and after that, I don't care much, but like, yeah, like this Hunter and Dre are like the most concerning. So I'm not really sure what to say. Yeah, just Hunter and Dre. Like I don't even know who they would put me up next to, but I don't talk to them, and I'm not gonna bother to talk. Like if they win the HOH, I'm like, man, it is what it is. Like, man, it's gonna be like either they gonna put me up just like because they gonna put me up, or another thing is they could and not put me up because they'd be like, "Oh, Hex is just like floating by or something." So I'm not gonna sit here and like try to kiss people's asses. Like it's gonna have to be what's gonna have to be. And me and Compy Beast Nathan are gonna win that veto. That's what we're gonna do. Nathan running the house, girl. That's the thing.
All right, interesting. And lastly, what would be like your trust rankings for the house right now?
Walker's number one. We'll see, but Ven can be number two for now. I'll put Nathan three, Leah four. Um, I'd probably say Ari next, honestly, then Swan. But those two are pretty close. Like, so they're flippable. Danielle. Who do I still not have on there? Oh, like Robin is just such a like I don't know. I really don't know. So I'll just put Robin next. Then you have Jay and Hunter are also interchangeable for like can't trust them for shit. Don't care to talk to them. Like it just is what it is.
So if you had the opportunity to target Dre and Hunter, would you have like a preference for who leaves there?
Um, I mean, Dre won a challenge or a competition, so it's like there's that, but it's like also like at least when I do talk to her, like it's a little bit easier to talk to her than it is Hunter, so it's not like So it's like I mean, I guess the preference is Dre. Not it's just whatever people want. I don't think I have too much of a preference there. Like it's just like the only argument is really like Dre won a competition. That's pretty much it. So other than that, it's just what it is. Like I don't know. I can't talk to either of them for shit. But I think conversation's a little bit easier with Dre. But Lynn was swearing up and down week one, like, "Oh, this she's sweet" or whatever. Like I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't know.
Crying. All right. And how are you feeling about getting the record for most days played in the house? Period. Poop.
Please. We in here. We in here. I'm like, Tom, that's why I was like, oh my God, I really like be in this house. Like, what?
Okay.
What am I like? I was 66 days, and then I guess just a couple more, and it's like surpassing y'all's little like records. Oh my God.
Please.
Hopefully we don't go out soon. Hopefully, Lynn keeps it cute and we can make a deep run. If not, I can't say I'm surprised at his behaviors. Man, like, man, listen. I cannot. I can't even. I can't. So, but yeah.
Crying. Well, that's all the questions I have. Thanks for your time.
Right. Okay. Bye.